Welcome to Warriors Inspiration, the number one channel for sickle cell motivation.
Hello, welcome to Warriors Inspiration. This is Hayford owns Rike, and Umi is.
Ayodele.
Okay, it's been a long while, long while. I think the last time I made a video was 2 to 3 months ago. If I'm not mistaken, 2 to 3 months ago, and I was a very single man then, very single man, and not really single and dating and cutting and and preparing to enter this phase that I am now. So right now this is my lovely wife and we are here with Warriors Inspiration and the vision has not died. I'm still here to give you guys motivation, inspiration on how to live a healthier life as sickle cell warriors, how to aspire to be the best version of yourselves. So today we'll be talking about something very obvious: the life of a sickle cell warrior when it comes to relationships. Yes, God has helped me to hit a milestone in marriage, and I want to share my own experience with as regards to that. So we'll be addressing some certain issues concerning relationship with sickle cell warriors, and we hope that we are able to give you value. Yes. So my dear, the first question we're looking at is most times, even for me, although I'm not a typical case because I have a very strong mindset. I have a very, let me say, a renewed mind. Yes, a very renewed mind. I read a lot of books. I expose myself, so I am not the typical person that is having not a very good, strong self-esteem or self-confidence. So, but I would hit it the way it should be. What are the fears of a sickle cell warrior when it comes to relationship? What are the fears we face or I faced personally when it came to relationship? One, revealing my genotype to the person I want to, date, the person I want to court, as the case may be. And these fears are real because you know that you can have crisis at any time, your health can come up at any time, and you don't want to feel like you're always the center of attraction or center of attention, or you want to be, please chip in if you have the words, thank you, and you don't want to be the one to always be looked after. Yes, so I would say that for me, I didn't have a poor esteem though, but I still was concerned about the fact that I don't want to be the one that is constantly ill to be looked after in any relationship. So that's that. So the fear of getting the relationship was just overcome because I had built myself in a phase of my life where my mindset was renewed, and I knew that I had divine health. I told you this is a Christian channel, so I had divine health. Yes, I had less frequent crisis. Yes, and I trusted God to keep me in health, even though crisis will come here and there. So, yeah, please share your own experience as it concerns to fear of dating a warrior or settling down with a warrior.
Okay. For me, fear has always been like at the center of anything I had to do or do. So obviously this will bring out every triggers. This was just triggering every fear in me. Basically, I just got to a point where I told myself, even people that are any other genotype will die. That's one thing I told myself. Two, another thing is there was this fear of can you manage the situations when it comes to this person's health and all of that. But as time went on, I think I'm grateful to God, yes, because yes, like he said, he's a person with a very strong mindset. So it was a little bit easy because his mindset was not programmed for illness, sickness, and I'll be hospitalized, I'll be on admission. So those fears were there, but they were not so visible, they were not loud because he had dealt with the mindset. So for me, even though I had sort of fear on my part, even when I don't communicate it and we had to talk about something and I'll just see that that fear will just get, it will just find its way because the mindset was there. So the mindset was now covering my entire fear. And at the end of the day, even though I think in September, yes, he had to be on admission this year in September. And I think that was when it was like, are you serious? This is how deep it is. I think that was the first time I had to see admission case. I had to see transfusion. I'm like, Jesus, I have never seen anybody on transfusion, on blood transfusion ever in my life. And this is like the first time I'm like, this is going to be a lifetime commitment. But instead of it engulfing me as a fear and making me shrink into myself and say, I'm not doing this, I'm not sure I'm capable for this, it did not. Rather, it made me stronger to just be a person that wanted to stand. So that is it. So I would employ every sickle cell warrior should be a person who knows their mindset, who knows themselves so much, who has and works in renewed mindset, because that will help whoever is coming into your life. Because imagine you had 100% fear or 100 and something percent fear, and then you're introduced, someone is coming into your life who has luggages of fears, meeting your own again. It will obviously, when they see signs, when they see symptoms, they would run. You don't expect everybody, we're all humans. So, but for me, what worked more was the fact that there was already a laid down mindset that always believed in good health, believed in divine health, believed that even if I'm sick, it's not unto death. Even if anything happened, I'm still strong. God is still helping, and God, we still kept calling on God. Even when I saw some things and I'm like crying, I cannot. It's not I cannot do this. It is like this is the pain. Like I literally saw it in September, and it just. But till that point, they were setting fears one way or the other, but it was always being trashed down because it's anytime it looked the environment for the fear to grow wasn't created. So at first, your partner may be scared. Yes, obviously we're all humans. Your partner will be scared. Your partner will have misconceptions that will bring fear. Your partner will have some people telling them in their ear certain things. But the most thing that is essential is what are you as a sickle cell warrior saying to yourself? What are you saying to the environments of you and your partner that would help your partner to thrive in it, grow out of the fear, or maybe just be drowned by that fear? So that's
Thank you, thank you, thank you. My sweetheart is a public speaker. Thank God I did not get someone that is so shy. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about is the expectations. Or should we go to the other one?
Question. Okay.
For the expectation.
Okay, we can take anyone first.
Okay,
Anyone is
so
fine.
now expectations. We're looking at what are your expectations as a sickle cell warrior for your partner, and what are the expectations you want your partner to have for you when it comes to your relationship. So now, aside your health being the center of it, I want you to go like deep down to your vision and your goals for your life. So what expectations do you have for this person? So let's say I want to use our case as a very good example, as because that is what I know very well, aside the other experiences I've had, um, stories I've had. So I want to say one of my expectations, because me, I'm someone that is very visionary. I look at the future very well, and I want to have someone that can be part of that vision, that can grow with me. So even in the stage of dating, we were asking questions, and I was asking questions that I know that will spark conversations that will tell me, okay, is this woman someone that I can expect to support my vision in this area of my life? Is this person I a kind of person that I can expect to be emotionally intelligent when it comes to this area of my life? Will the person be able to care for me and me to return that care to the person? So my expectations were elaborate, because for me, I had so many visions. I was even working on so many things, like this channel now. I'm sure I've told her before that I have a sickle cell. In fact, from the first couple of weeks when we were dating, I already sent my YouTube link
Before,
to her.
before I even knew, before we
Yes,
started,
yes.
that was the first place I knew you were a sickle cell warrior. This is how I knew it was
Exactly.
true. Yeah.
So for me, I already started sharing certain important things because I want to see the reaction. Because after the first encounter, I asked what's your genotype, and she said, "Oh, I'm AA." I said, "Okay." I didn't say my own genotype because she didn't ask, so I didn't I didn't want to go into it. But then I had to now share this platform. I said, "Okay, can you watch this?" And then I had to see the feedback and everything. So for me, I had to manage my expectation based on what kind of person I was meeting and getting to know, so that I can know what possible future we can have together. Thank you.
All right. For me, I had a lot of expectations when it comes to the person I was going to settle down with. But I would say this because as I journeyed into the relationship and to marriage, because we already stated it, the relationship was not just let's check and see. It was, we had an aim. The aim was for marriage, and if it didn't work out, there was not going to be any issue. That should be at the center of your mind. Don't have so much expectations from that person that you are thinking, it must work, it must be married. We individuals, all of us, sickle cell warrior, anybody at all, whoever you are, you are so valuable that you cannot place your life in a person's hand so much to tell them that it has to be married that you hence him. If it doesn't work out, please leave it. So I think for me, I had a lot of expectations. Aside the fact that I had to check that yes, the health status of this person would maybe determine a lot of things. Yes, a lot of things will be determined by it. But we always, there is always a room for discussion about their expectations. That is, there is always a room for discussions of whatever your expectation is. I can remember when we were dating, I had some things that I didn't like. I had some things that I was saying that I didn't like at all. And so because I am a person who is emotional, and I understood that he's also an emotional being. So he has this emotional part too, and he's quite sensitive. I really didn't become that person because, okay, maybe you will now say I have compassion for him, I don't want him to feel bad about the way I'll speak to him about what I don't like. No, please speak. Yes, please speak. Yes, it should be done with love, it should be done with caution. Yes, it should be done with caution, but let that person, let that individual, your partner, know that I'm doing this not because of me. It's an expectation, but why I'm saying this or putting this as an expectation that I want from you for our relationship is so that it is for our relationship. Let them know that you're not coming on the selfish parts just for yourself. So I made it known. So there were times where I had to say, I didn't like this and I don't think I can cope with this at all. And then our conversation will grow quiet for maybe hours, and till evening I'm still thinking, I hope I did not say it the wrong way. But the whole mindset for me still came back to the fact that I had to tell myself, if this person has an health status that I'm trying to say, no, I don't want him to now let him not get worried, worked up, and it affect his health, then I'm not really that good person for him in the long run. If I cannot stand before him, tell him that some things are not just right for us to do together in the relationship, then maybe I do not want this relationship in the first place, or I don't want the best for us. So I made sure, as I was prioritizing his health, I ensured, because I knew health had to do with also, it affects your mental state one way or the other. So I was always conscious of that fact, but I never stayed in the place where I had no expectations whatsoever and just left the expectation to chance, whatever happens, so that he will not think, he will not go back and fall sick. No, he will not fall sick. Let him know why. Let him or her know why you want those things or why you expect those things to be done. So for me, expectations are really very essential in your relationship. So once that person cannot live by it, it's not a do or die affair. We leave it. So I know it could be very crucial. You say, he or she is a sickle cell warrior. It's going to affect their health. It's going to affect their mental state. It's going to affect everything about them. This is the first time they are trying to believe in love. What's love if we cannot tell ourselves the truth, actually? You understand?
Let me cut you short. Sorry.
Okay, please.
Let me give this perspective. This is the perspective. The expectation she had, let me just say one of them is the kind of music I was listening to. I'm sure that was where she's trying to wrap it up on. So I was but I have changed somehow. God has just helped me, because deep down too, I had this personal desire to follow Christ. Let me use that word, follow Christ deeply and intentionally. So, but then most of us as Christians, we are just, let me say, double standard. Let me use that word, but some of us will not see it as double standard, but it is double standard actually. So we have the secular song that we listen to, we have the Christian song that we listen to, but as God will have it, God will help my life. She was not a music minister. I married a chorister, an angelic singer. So you now see, I'll now post one Malay song or post one Oga how far. So she has to call me to that because her expectation for her man or her future man was that they would have a place where they would not have divided music. What do you call it now?
Lifestyle, double standard,
Yes, music
music
taste.
taste,
Yes,
yeah.
so she had to build that kind of confidence to let me understand that this is her own stance, and that's it. I don't want to go dwell on that. What's the third question, please?
Okay, the third one is about vulnerability. Like
Okay.
how does vulnerability work? How vulnerable? I hear people say, how can I be vulnerable so early? How vulnerable? How should it be? To what degree should it be? Where do I set the boundary, the limits to being vulnerable in our relationship? Especially for sickle cell warriors, and you're like, if he knows too much now, you just what if it doesn't work out? You now have those information about myself and all of that. So I think for me, I just feel how much of vulnerability can we do when it comes to relationship?
Okay. I'll see that as an example, and it still boils down to the mindset. I don't know why I'm talking about mindset like this, but I feel like your mentality, which is your mentality is based on your mindset. It affects how you see yourself and how you want others to see you.
Sure.
So, if, for instance, I don't want to be vulnerable with someone that I'm in a dating relationship with, let's say because I had other health challenges aside sickle cell. Imagine I didn't even mention those ones or that one in particular. And because I say, oh, how would he or she take it? How would she take that information? But me on the first date, the first date, after she denied my plenty dates offers, on the first accepted date, I had to say, okay, this is it. By God's grace, I'm being healed of sickle cell. I take medications for this and this. I take medications for this and that. I love you, or I know that we are catching butterflies in our belly. Before we go to the next phase, I want you to have this informed decision. You may not do it the way I am doing it. I'm telling you how I did mine. You may not be that upfront or that confident, but the bottom line should be as you progress 3 months into the relationship, 6 months, please let he or she know everything that is going to affect them in your life. Let them have an understanding of everything that will affect them in your life.
It's very much important. I would say that because you'll be doing wrong to any individual you keep a vital information of your life on. You'll be doing big wrong. Not just wrong to that person, even to yourself. Because at the end of the day, if anything happens by the reason of you having kept that information, it's going to be your fault. And it's going to be painful because you probably will be losing a very good person. You can't say. And I think the very first thing you want to always check before being vulnerable is how authentic is this person? How real, how genuine is this person? And I can tell you, even if this person is not genuine, whatever information you were able to share by means of vulnerability is to, and they left you all the same, or maybe try to broadcast that information. It's their own bad though. They did themselves, they didn't know. They actually did themselves. Because anybody that will stay with you will stay with you with everything you tell them. I think me getting to know certain things on the first date was enough to pick my shoes like this and just run. But I got myself growing rather than running. I just found out this was not me. I didn't even have the first relationship I ever did in life was not even with somebody with one mighty, funny enough, and health, just didn't have an health condition that I wouldn't have maybe be able to bear or stay. But that person felt like not sharing it, and that led to the breakup. So I'm telling you that it is that deep that vulnerability has a way of making you guys, if it won't even work out to a relationship to end up in marriage, you guys will build good friendship. So far, that person is a very genuine person.
Yes,
you guys will build a very deep, intimate friendship. So probably you don't know, maybe it's not for you to just date yourself. Maybe it's to just have a very good friend you can always have a shoulder to cry on at any point. Maybe that's it. So for him, when he told me those information, I knew even if I cannot date this person, we'll be very tight friends. And I told myself, if we'll be very tight friends, it might be an issue because if he now gets married, I'll probably be looking for somewhere and I'm like, are you serious? Like really? Like this guy. So it didn't really get me that way, but honestly, one part that got me was that it shouldn't be things about the health I should be so conscious to now run from. So after I just took all the information, was trying to absorb it, what I just did was to now calm down and really understand them in bits. So my answer didn't even come for a long time, whether a yes or a no, but I just wanted to be there, be a friend, and it just kept going like that. And that helped us to even build a very lasting friendship that even led to in the shortest time before we left to marriage and all of that. So we can say that there is no time. It had to be Oremi, everybody be, who is your Oremi? That was how close we were as friends. Even while dating, we called ourselves my friend, my bestie, because we built that friendship. If it's not somebody you're dating, not person you're marrying, you still want to be vulnerable to them to an extent. Maybe yes, I want to tell you as a lady, don't be entirely vulnerable, yes, because our lives are so very delicate. So you don't want him to know all the details. But please, once you are already seeing certain signs that this person is such a genuine person to stay with, just open up little by little, because that will even help you to do this more like a litmus test. Somebody who is not going to stay, once you give them one buzz information, they will leave. You understand? So why hold them and cage them when they're not going to stay forever anyways? So please, as much as possible, to an extent, be vulnerable. Be vulnerable when it comes to certain things that determine that relationship going further or ending at all.
Thank you. This is Warriors Inspiration, and you had Dr. Heyfordonzurike and Mrs. Ayodele Heyfordonzurike. So, subscribe. You're going to be expecting more valuable content next year by God's grace.
And we would want comments.
Yes,
I know maybe there are a lot of questions you still want to ask, and you say, no, we don't understand this part. We want more clarity. Please drop it in the comment section, and I'm sure you'll get an answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Subscribe, share the video, and God bless you.